Hey guys, I hope that this is working. I'm trying out that new software again, so I just want to make sure that it's working or if I should even use this software anymore because if my computer starts dying, I feel like the feed goes really bad. Um, okay. So today I had a little poll um, for here and also in my VIP group. And in my VIP group, I asked them what they would like me to cover. And based on theirs, they wanted me to do my personal do and do not for a smoky eye. And then I asked you guys what you would like to see, whether I just do the whole look like I would normally, or do half of my face like I would normally do, and the other way with my so-called not ways of doing it. So um, that's what we're gonna do. Ooh, I want to first make sure this is working. Okay, so when you hop on, say hi, but I guess we are going to go ahead and jump in to this smoky eye do and do not look and get started. Okay, welcome back. So today we are doing my personal do and do not of a smoky eye. Now, quick disclaimer for you guys. I have a couple things. I went hiking yesterday and one of my nails broke, so I continued to bite the rest of them off. So they're all gone, so you're going to have to deal with this throughout the whole video. I apologize. Second off, these are my personal do and do nots. So it may not be the way that you do it, or it may not be the way that you like, and that's totally fine. One thing about makeup is we're all allowed to do whatever we want to do, right? So these are just my personal do and do nots to a smoky eye that I prefer. The third one, I had a third one. Disclaimer, but I'm not for sure what happened to it. I don't remember what it was going to be. So we'll go ahead and get started. We're going to start with my number 10, and that is going to be priming your lids. So I prefer to use Shadow Sense always as a primer because it helps from any creasing happening, and it just brings out the colors. If you're wanting a brighter smoky eye, so if you're doing like a blue smoke, then I would suggest using Snow, which is a white, and it'll really pop out that blue. If you're wanting a deeper color, then I would maybe suggest doing Candlelight or something. So first thing I'm going to do is wipe my lids off, and I would do this even in a knot. You should do this. So most people, or some people I guess, don't prime their lids. So this is going to be my not side, and this is going to be my do side. So for my do side, we are going to go ahead and prime those lips. And I have my camera setting on my makeup bin, so when I pop in to get my makeup out of here, it may wiggle a little. I do apologize. I'm going to be using Candlelight as a base today to prime my lids. So I'm going to do this only on my yes side. So throwing a little on here, and I prefer when using a smoky eye doing a matte color. So I am just going to put this all over my lid. I'm just going to use my finger for this. I'm going to tap it in with that Shadow Sense. It'll help it set really quick. So you can already see a major difference, but we're not going to prime my knot side. This is going to be so awkward for me to do. Okay. Next thing that I'm going to be doing is step number 9. And that is going to be using a transition shade. So using a transition shade, you guys, if you ever notice when I do smoky eyes, it's never just black or it's never just blue. It's like a mixture of blues, or with my black smoky eye, I'm doing orange as a transition, or red as a transition, or gray. So it's never just one color, and that's something that I suggest doing as well with this. So I think what we are going to do as a transition color. Let me know if there's a certain transition color or a certain color throughout this process that you want me to do, because again, smoky eyes can be all kinds of different colors. So I think as of right now, I'm going to start as a transition in Pink Posy because I am obsessed with Pink Posy lately. So I'm going to take Pink Posy, and most people would not do this on a traditional smoky eye. At least I used to not do it personally. So I'm only going to do this on my yes side, and making sure that when you're doing this, your transition color, you are also blending it underneath your eye as well. So we're going to do that, and I believe that's a tip later on. I have a hair. Okay. So we're blending that color. Again, I personally prefer when doing these smoky eyes to use matte colors for this portion. So just a nice transition color there. And then while doing this, we want to start with lighter shades. So since I'm going to do a traditional black smoke with my own twist to it, I'm starting with lighter shades and I'm working my way up to that darker color. I personally feel like it really polishes off your look better. So that's a nice light look, and I'm going to go in a little bit deeper now. I'm going to use the same color, but I'm not going to blend this as much. So I'm going to use a smaller brush. Actually, I'm going to use this brush. Let me wipe it off. So I'm going to use a smaller blending brush, and I'm going to more concentrate that color in my crease there. And then again underneath. And then I'm going to blend out those edges. Can you guys believe it is already Sunday? Kills me how quick the time goes. I feel like it should only be Saturday right now for some reason. Oops, sorry guys. Hitting my thing here. Okay, so as you can tell right now, what I'm doing is I'm smoking out my lower lash line as well. Traditionally, I would have never ever done that before. I would have just done a black color and there's your smoke, right? But smoking out the bottom is really, really going to make the black even pop more and make your eyes pop more. Okay, and I can't see anybody's comments, so I do apologize for not talking back to you here. I'm going to try to pull it up on my Facebook if it will stay up. But Facebook has not been agreeing with me lately. So, okay, I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to go in with Bandana Shimmer. And I'm just going to do a tiny bit of this in here just to kind of deepen that up a little bit. So this is just a tiny, tiny bit. And I'm going to kind of tap that in here. And making sure that you're going out here on this outer V when you guys are doing these smoky eyes is going to make a world of difference. Making sure that color is coming out there. Or if you're not doing a colorful one and you guys are doing just a traditional black and you're doing maybe a gray as a transition, just making sure that that color is coming out a little bit. Okay. Hi, Helen. Hey, Tara. Okay, so I've got my Facebook up on my phone, so I will try to respond to you guys. So Next, what I'm going to do is we're working our way up, as I said, to those darker colors. So now on my knot side, I would go in with my black. So I wouldn't do that transition, and I wouldn't do that smoking out of the lower lash. So I would just go right in with my black here. So this is my knot side. And of course I'm still gonna do it like well, you guys, but it'll be the way that like I used to do smoky eyes before I've I feel like I've learned a lot over the last couple of years. Um, but this is how I would traditionally have used to do it. And let me know if you guys have any tips for smoky eyes that you guys like as well. But these will be pretty quick, since I'm really only focusing on the yes side, because back in the day, smoky eye, 2 minutes and you done. You out the door, good to go. But now it takes me like 20 minutes to do a good smoky eye. So while that color is kind of setting over there, I'm going to go in with the onyx, which is what I would do next. And the whole reason that I choose to use the Shadow Sense, you guys, here is, again, the crease proof, the long-lasting value of it, but also fallout. Like, fallout on powdered shadows is redonkulous, especially if you're doing a black, okay? So first thing you kind of see that I've been doing is tapping it in here. And that's to really get that color down and set that first layer as quickly as possible, because again, with the Shadow Sense, you can layer up and you guys can make it as deep and sultry as you want. I'll show you one trick that I've been doing for my smoky eye here in a minute when we get there. So you've got that major part of this. I might skip, I don't think I did these in order. I'm going to go ahead and skip to my number 3, which is blending the edges. So getting a clean brush and making sure that you're blending the edges, because that makes a huge difference. I did not understand the importance of blending the edges of your colors until maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. And I feel like it has made it look like you step up your game a lot. So going in, and I'm going to go ahead and smoke out that bottom, but I'm going to keep this close to my lash line here, because when I blend it, it'll kind of bring that color, or that black, I guess, out a little bit. Hi, Susie. Hi, Katie. So I think you guys can kind of tell so far my yes and my no side what looks better so far. And again, blending. And that, this is just lightly blending, like it's not even pulling on my skin really. And this brush that I'm using is the BH Cosmetics. It says 3 on it. I think it's part of a basic eye set that I had gotten. But I really like BH Cosmetic brushes, you guys. They're cheap and they last a long time. They're really nice quality. So blending, blending, blending. And then I'm going to go back in. Yes, Tara, doesn't it? And I'm going to deepen up this smoky eye, because again, I mean, I want to do it the way I would have done it before and make sure that it still looks good. And I mean, some people may really like the knot side better, and that's okay, because you guys are allowed to like whatever you want to like and do whatever you want to do. This is just my personal preference. So I'm going in, I'm deepening that up here. And then I'm going to go ahead and continue to this side. And now that I've kind of blended this transition here, I'm going to stick to this area of my eye. That's a lot of onyx I just used there, guys. Probably way too much. I might need to wipe my brush off here. So what color, I'm curious, what color of smoky eye that you guys would like to see. I'd like to start maybe doing a couple more smoky eye looks. I haven't done one in a while. I could do a colored smoky eye with just like a blue smoke. Actually, I already did kind of like a blue smoke earlier. But I could do any color of the rainbow, really. And then you guys could see how smoky eyes can look different in different colors, not just doing black. Okay, so my base is, well, my primer. So we start with, I skipped some steps because we're going to go back and do them. So the first thing we did was primer lids, and I did that with Candlelight, or I just did this one. And then for my good eye, we'll just go through the steps that I did for my yes eye. Then we did a transition shade, and what I did was Pink Posy, and then I went in with a second layer to deepen up the Pink Posy in the crease. And then I went on to do a smidgen of Bandana Shimmer before the onyx. The next step that I had done was starting with those lighter shades, because on the old way I used to do smoky eyes, guys, I would just go right in with the black, and that's what I thought like smoky eye was just a black eye. But like not just black, but like smoky. So that's what I thought for most of my life, that's what a smoky eye was. So then what we did was we smoked out our lower lash line, and I skipped that step, and we're going to skip that. Right now we're at blending. So right now we are at the blending. I skipped steps, 6 and 5 and 4 right now. And we're going to go back and do those. So now, for me personally, the onyx does not get dark enough for what I like as far as a black smoky eye. So what I prefer to do, and I would do this regardless, would be taking like a black powder. But since we have that shadow sense down, we shouldn't deal with too much fallout, because I'm just going to use this for right now. I'm going to take a black, blow on the brush to get that excess powder off. I'm going to throw this underneath my eye so it tries to catch, and I'm just going to tap this on, because it really makes it deeper and sultrier. So I like that a lot better. So there's like no fallout now on there. And I would do that on the other side as well. And there's definitely fallout on here. I don't know. The light might be too bright to show you there, but. Ooh. Hey, girl. How are you? I'm going to do a little bit more here. Because when I do a black smoke, I want it to be like, if I close my eyes in the dark, like you couldn't even see it. Like that's how dark I want it to be. And then I'm going to go in a little bit more here. And then I'm going to blend that in. Going back to our blending. And now I'm going to take a really fluffy brush, which this again is my BH Cosmetics. It's 101. I got this brush on sale. I think it was like $1.20. Love it. It's like my favorite. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, because I kind of brought the black down a little bit too far here, so just to make it look a little smokier, what I'm going to do is go in with a little bit of lava shimmer. So I'm going to take some lava shimmer and I'm going to put a little bit on my hand here because I don't want it super bright. Take my brush, swirl it in there, and go along the edges here. Actually, can't even see the lava shimmer. I didn't get like any on there. I'm going to use Pink Posy then. It's a little bit more colorful. Okay, now I can deepen up that black. And another trick that we can use to deepen up the black is I should have done this. I don't know why I didn't think of this. The iSense pencil is amazeballs, okay? So I could totally put this under my lower lash line here and blend it before it dries. Maybe where'd my brush go? And that would deepen it up really well. Oh yeah, see, look how good that looks. Oh my gosh, why were we not doing this the whole time? So don't even bother using a powdered shadow. Use this stuff. Holy bomb diggity. Okay, we just learned a new trick together because that is going to be crazy awesome to do. So our next step that we're going to be doing is tight lining your waterline. So I didn't even know about tight lining at all until I started taking my close-up eye pictures, which was about 2.5 years ago. So then you can really see, because if you're looking at somebody and you don't tight line your waterline, then, or your lash line, then you can see like your skin. It doesn't look as deep and sultry as it should. So I'm gonna look like an exorcist here for a second, but going in and just basically lining your waterline up here. Look how much darker like the lashes just look compared to here. And I'm also going to, because as a personal preference, see, look, that powdered shadow is coming off, y'all. Be careful with powdered shadows. I'm going to also line my lower waterline with this as well. So this stuff doesn't have any fallout. It lasts all day. It's waterproof. Like, it's so awesome. And I would also do this on my knot side as well. Look how much close off this looks without bringing that smoke all the way down your guys' lower waterline. My eye looks way cut off here, and here it doesn't. So it makes a world of difference. You don't think about small things like this. Yay! I'm so glad that you're watching me too, girl. I feel like I never catch you on here. I always miss your lives. I never see anything. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to do eyeliner. Oh, and I forgot to tell you guys this as well. Smoky eyes can be natural. Like, I'm obviously not doing a natural smoky eye, but if you guys wanted to do like a brown smoky eye, like, it can be natural. If you guys want to see me do a natural smoky eye, comment, let me know. And that way I can go ahead and get that done, maybe even this week. So the next thing that we're going to do is eyeliner. Now, when doing a smoky eye, I personally believe that you should stick with the eyeliner to a minimum because you already have all of this going on your eyes, right? So having this like giant fat wing, and trust, I am an eyeliner girl. Okay, I love eyeliner. Like I'll wear as thick as I want. Like don't get me started. I love eyeliner. So if I'm telling you to keep eyeliner to a minimum, it's because I truly, truly believe that. You've already got this going on. I like to still wear eyeliner even when you're doing black because I feel like it just looks better. I'm going to be putting on false lashes too. So it kind of helps give you a line to follow when you're putting those on. So I'm only going to do eyeliner to the end of my eye. That's it. Normally I would bring it all the way out here. You guys see all my stuff. Like I love eyeliner. So I'm not pulling my eye. I'm just holding this here so I can rest my hand on it without getting black. So I'm pretty sure there's black on my hands here. So I'm going to go in. I kind of like to start at the end so I make sure I don't go that far out. And you probably can't even see it really, but it's there. And this will just really help when you put your falsies on too. But the good thing is when you guys are lining with your smoky eye, you would not mess up. It's like impossible to mess up your eyeliner. So now for my no, I would do that wing because I love eyeliner, right? Like I always did it. So I would go all the way out. And you guys can see the difference. Like I did the color, the black on the eyelids, the same, basically. So the difference is that tight lining. It is crazy. So I'm going to clean up that eyeliner a little bit here. Okay. Now to make the point, because I like to have a nice sharp point. Looks kind of crazy. I feel like this is like good and evil. Smoky eyes. Oh. Hey Kim. Hey Erica. Hey Lorna. Hey Latasha. Well, I already said hi to you, but I'll say hi again. Okay, so keeping eyeliner to a minimum, guys, because I mean, granted, I still don't hate this look so far, but you know. So next thing that I'm going to do is we are going to add some highlight because you know highlighter is awesome. But when doing this, be careful with your highlighter. Keep that to minimum as well because if you're highlighting all over, it kind of pulls from the fact that you're doing this like sexy eye look and it just makes people go, hey, whoa, instead of like, oh, hey. Completely different vibes going on. So for our highlight today, what I'm going to do is my favorite Sandstone Pearl Shimmer. And I'm going to get a little, I'm just using this little brush right here. I don't know if it'll focus on it. Just this little brush because I'm only doing a little bit. So I'm going to take a little dot here. And I just want to brighten it up a little bit. I kind of want to do a white one, but it's alright. Should have done maybe snow, I feel like. So I'm just doing a tiny bit here. And I'm going to also throw on a little bit underneath my brows right here. But very, very minimal. And I would never highlight. I never used to highlight the corners of my eyes before. So we're not highlighting this. This is my, 2 minutes, bam, damn. I mean, not I didn't mean to say that, but bam, done. Just say done, not that other word. Sorry. Okay, moving on. That didn't happen. Okay, so next thing that I would do is throw on some lashes. I just had these. I pulled them off my bedstand, so I'm not 100% sure which ones they are here. I think these are the Dodo lashes. I believe they're style 119. I'm not 100%. And I never used to wear false lashes, so I'm not going to do it on my no side. I'm only going to do it on my yes side, and that is because, A, I never used to wear them, but I really feel like if you're doing a really dramatic smoky eye like this and not a natural one, I feel like you kind of should wear lashes, or at least wear some Bomb Diggity mascara. Because having those long, gorgeous lashes is really going to make a difference, because since I'm doing such a dark shadow, my lashes would disappear, right? So making sure that you're either using a Bomb Diggity lash mascara, like maybe this kind, maybe that kind might work great, but I'm just going to use a falsie. So I found my Dodo lash adhesive, and I really like this lash adhesive the best. So if you guys are looking for a lash glue, I suggest Duo, but the green one. So this is the green one. It has aloe in it, so it doesn't irritate my eyes. And that is why I use it. And I'm going to just apply it with some tweezers. So while I let that set, another thing, just a tip that I personally have, is make sure that you wear blush. Not necessarily like a crazy blush. So I'm going to use terracotta, because just a little bit of color on your cheeks. Actually, I'm going to do, if I can get any out. It's like not coming out. I'm going to do that, and also a smidgen of Pink Posy underneath of it. So if you guys ever notice, sometimes I love to contour my blush because it's fun. And so I'm going to kind of do that today. So it's just a little bit. It's still really nice and subtle, but just adding that color. And honestly, I'm a super big blush person anyways, so normally I would have still worn blush. So I'm going to throw that blush on this side, but I loved blush. So we're going to rock that deep, dark, scary cherry. Hey, Cam. So, quite a bit of different look here, huh? So there's that versus like a more natural blush there. I might add a smidgen more Pink Posy on there. Trying to avoid where I just had that cherry on here. Okay, so there's that. Now we're going to put our lash on. For right now, because I don't want to be looking like this when the husband gets home. He'll be like, ooh, you cray-cray, girl, what are you doing? So I'm just going to use some e.l.f. mascara, because I'm just going to take some, really wash this off super quick. So I'm just going to use the e.l.f. right now on this eye, and I'll use the good mascara on this eye, because, you know, you should still probably use good mascara. And then I'm going to take my lash, put it on. I hope this is the right one for the right side. The eye. Okay, and now when I'm doing lashes, I wonder if it's the right side. Oh, this is the left eye. I knew it didn't look right. Oh, my Lanta. That's what happens when you put lashes and you take them off and you put them on your bedstand, y'all. Just put them back in the case so you know which one's what. Okay. We're just do that one again. Where'd my glue go now? Oh, life problems. Seriously. It happens more than I'd like to admit. Hey, Uncle Wayne. Okay. So while we let that dry, I'm going to do my other mascara the way I would. So we're going to curl our lashes. And then this one's actually drying really quick. I don't have time to do my whole lash there. Okay, and you guys know how I do my lashes, so once I get it on, I like to kind of shove the lash like into my skin to make sure that it is adhesing to my, adhesing, is that a word? Adhesiving? Oh, no, sticking to my skin and not my lashes. And then once I know that it is on my skin, I'm going to take my tweezers or my fingers, but normally I like to do it if I have nails on. Press, like clip my lashes onto the fake lashes. So it makes them like seamless. Whoops, don't do that though. Be careful if your glue is not dry when you do that. Try to stay to the top of the lashes then. Oops, I did it again. Okay. So, there's that. Now we're going to use our awesome Bomb Diggity mascara. And honestly, if you guys have the primer, I would even use the primer to make them even bigger and more luscious. So I would just go in here. Really pull on those lashes at the lash line to coat them. It kind of helps hide that water line as well. And I'm just going to do one coat of this. I'm not going to do the 3. So it makes a big difference, I feel like. Alright, whoops, sorry guys. Gonna do my lower lash line here. Oh, I just got mascara all over my face. Good thing we've got some killer concealer that will cover that. Okay. So we're going to fix that really quick. Somehow I managed to get black all over. I don't know if it's mascara or powdered black, but it's black. And the way it's easily coming off, I have a feeling it's powder from the liner when I lined. Oops, and this is for my finger. Remember when I touched my face? Okay. Now, highlighter again, sticking with the highlighter, highlighting your face, doing just a little bit, because if I'm throwing highlighter all over my face, then it's really going to be, again, distracting. So to highlight on my face, I'm going to use Pearlizer, and I'm going to swatch a little bit on my hand, and dab my brush in it so it's even, and just apply that. And I'm doing Pearlizer because it's a nice, subtle one. If you use the AAA, which is the Advanced Anti-Aging Pearlizer, I like that one better because it's more glowy, but I don't have any more of that left, so I'm just using the regular. But I just put a little bit there. I don't go crazy and throw it all over. And of course I do a tiny bit there. And another tip I have for you guys with doing the smoky eye is not doing like a super dramatic contour. Like, I love contouring just as much as anybody else, but I did a basic like natural contour today on my base because if you know what, I'll show you. If we do a really dark contour, it just looks kind of weird. So to contour, I used the Deep Color Corrected Tinted Moisturizer. So I'll just deepen up my contour a little bit here so you guys can see. It'll like, I mean, you get putting on too much with a dark eye and it just like looks crazy to me. Like, and I don't want to say clownish, but it can if you're not careful. And you know, I still don't hate it, but so I like everything I put on, so it's fine. And we'll do a crazy highlight. How about that on this other one so you guys can see. So for the crazy highlight, I'm going to use my BH Cosmetics Black Light Highlight Palette. I'm going to use Laser because that's like my go-to crazy highlight. But like, so if you're doing a crazy highlight here, right? It's going to be looking cray cray. Okay, now for lips. I see a lot of people pair a smoky eye with a red lip. So I'm going to do that on what I consider my no-no side. And if I were you, I would personally pair it with a more nude, more natural color, like caramel apple or praline rose, which is what I'm going to use. And then maybe using like a nice gloss, like you could use a red glitter gloss with it, and that will look fabulous. But for right now, I'm going to do a natural shade of praline rose. Sorry, not keeping up on my graphics. Getting used to it. I've actually never done a half base before, so this is kind of fun. And so you got black shadow all the way down here, you guys. I used what, a tiny bit of it? Crazy. I have like a little scar right there on my lip, so it like always bothers me when I put lipstick on. It's a lot harder to put lipstick on one side than I remember. Okay, one more of the praline and we are good. What are you guys thinking so far? Which side do you like? The right side or the left side? Comment below which side you are liking best. And for gloss, I'm going to do... Oh gosh, I tell you what, I have too many lashes stacked up. They all just fell. I'm going to use Orchid Gloss, and I'm just going to put on the entire lip to save some time here. Because I'm going way longer than I thought I would. I don't even know what time it is. Okay. I think I need to get a new ring lights. I've had this like makeshift one for a while, and I feel like the color's messing up on it. Okay. Okay, so there is my yes and my no side. The last thing, because I do have one more tip for you guys, and that is do what you like. My number one. The rest of them aren't in any specific order. That was my, if you guys are watching from the beginning, that's my third disclaimer that I meant to say, is that they're not in any order of like what I consider to be important or not in a smoky eye, except for number one, which is do what you like. Because if somebody tries to tell you what you can and cannot put on your own face, no, not okay. You do what you like and you freaking love it. You sport it, and you can see like through your smile and the sparkle in your eye that you like what you're wearing when you really like it. So don't wear something or don't do something because somebody else told you to, because makeup is meant to be playful and fun and creative, and you can do whatever you freaking want to do, okay? These are just some personal things that I really kind of abide by when I do a smoky eye. So that's it. Those are my do and do nots for a smoky eye. If you guys want to see more videos like this on any kind of specific look or just makeup in general or skincare or whatever it may be, please comment below. Let me know so I can get stuff out that you guys want to see. Otherwise, I'll get a picture posted for you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, beauties. Oh, I gotta figure out how to end this video.